like and subscribe for 1000 years of good luck. I'm 30 years old and today I'm 8 years sober from heroin, and I sign up for college classes next week. I know it may not seem like a big deal, but to me it is. I started using heroin at age 16, and I never thought I'd be here today. It has been the hardest journey of my life, but I keep pushing on. I told my mom and she shrugged it off. But when I told my mother-in-law, she was ecstatic. She has no idea what that means to me. Edit. I want to say thank you to everyone who commented. I'm trying to get to all of you, but if I can't tonight I will tomorrow. All of you have really touched my heart. Edit 2. I'm a female lol, not that it matters, I'm just not used to being called by dude nouns. What matters is the fact that there's so many of you showing such kindness and beautiful words. I'm dying in about 10 years. My fiancé of 3 years just left me because of it. I'm 22 years old, and due to the genetic roulette I'm due to suffer from a number of health issues that will really begin to do some work on me in about 8 years, and either permanently debilitate me or kill me in 10. She never liked thinking about it, can't really blame her on that one, and recently it's been causing her an immense amount of mental pain. She couldn't take thinking of me as a ticking clock and decided she needed to cut things off. She's my best friend, and I truly do not blame her for what happened, but there is a deep aching inside that I don't think is going to go away. My thoughts are all a garbled mess, and even though I'm totally used to the idea of dying soon, having someone I care deeply about leave me because of it is a whole new pain I wasn't expecting. I can stay upbeat and bounce back. I just wish I didn't have to do it alone. I like to hook up with ugly guys cause I feel like it boosts both of our esteems. Yeah, I guess I've noticed a pattern of myself actively going for guys who are conventionally unattractive. Chubby, acne, somehow short men are unattractive. I've always had a tendency to go for and hook up with these kinds of guys. And the thing that's so awful about it is that I left the situation feeling like I did them a service. I really don't mean to brag, and I hate even typing these words, but a lot of the people I've met have said I'm attractive. So I'm just going by popular consensus in my social circles. I really only see myself as average. But because a lot of other people think I'm attractive, I suppose I'm attractive to these guys. And when I can tell a guy is into me, but can't work up the courage to talk to me, and it seems as though it's because he's unattractive, I go for it, and usually hook up with them. And that's where I feel sickly proud, like I boosted their self-esteem, because they were able to hook up with a hot girl. Ugh, I hate typing any of this out. I'm sorry to anyone who bothers to read it, I just need to scream it into the void really. My dog died today. I woke up this morning and came downstairs to find him collapsed on the floor. I tried to get him to eat his food, but he didn't get up. I woke my mum up and she tried calling a vet. No vet would come out to see us. Told us to wait a bit and see if he was able to walk. We waited. We then tried to walk him to the vet and he collapsed on the crossing. We had to hoist him into the back of a police car and I had to walk to the vet as there wasn't enough room in the car. When I got to the vet, I was told that he was going to have to be put down. He was perfectly healthy 2 days ago, and now he's gone. He was present for all but 3 years of my life. I don't know what I'm going to do without him. RIP Maximum, I know you're up there fetching tennis balls. I almost died over $34, and it makes me want to go on a homicidal rage. I almost died over a $34 test, and it makes me want to burn some hospitals and insurance companies to the ground. Starting in January of 2019 I had unexplainable pain in my abdomen. I would be doubled over crying in pain. At first I thought it was kidney stones, and went to the ER twice for it. However, the pain wasn't in the normal spot, and I had some vaginal pain. I went to 13 different doctors. I went to see 2 general practitioners, 4 OBGYNs, and 7 doctors in the ER in a course of 6 months. At this time I also had loss of appetite and anytime I did anything sexual I had intense pain. I'm a 26-year-old woman. I was told that I probably had period cramps and that I should take some over-the-counter pain medication. I repeatedly asked for an ultrasound and more testing and was denied. The pain got so bad that I ended up losing my job in April. Thankfully I eventually found a new job and moved across the country. While across the country I visited my hometown doctor who finally listened to my concerns. My doctor, Grace, did a pap smear. I was told that it was abnormal and that I had to see a specialist. This test cost $34 after insurance. In December of this year, 2 weeks before my 26th birthday, I saw another OBGYN. He performed an ultrasound and exam. And then I found out what was missed. I had a 5 cm cervical tumor. I underwent surgery this January for it. The day before the surgery I found out the doctor's office didn't send in a proper prior authorization for the procedure. The doctor's office then wanted me to pay nearly $1,000 upfront before the procedure. I underwent the surgery and ended up paying out of pocket for the entire thing. There is also a mass in my uterus that will need to be explored. I've had dozens of appointments and nearly $11,000 in medical debt this year alone despite the fact that I have health insurance. I spent the last year in intense pain and the cancer likely spread because doctors didn't do a $34 pap smear. I may lose my ability to have biological children because a doctor didn't listen to my concerns about pain in my abdomen and excused it as period cramps. Every day of quarantine I'm inundated with medical bills. I dread going to the mailbox. But as I get the mail each morning all I can think about is how satisfying it would be to light these bills on fire and the insurance offers along with it, including all of the people. I actually go to bed at night thinking about it. And I feel so guilty for that. But then I realize that there isn't something wrong with me for being angry. There is something wrong with a civilized country that still might let me die because I can't afford medical treatment. Asterisk asterisk disclaimer. I would never actually hurt another person. I'm not a danger to myself or others. To anyone who still somehow thinks Trump is for the working man, you're beyond dumb. Trump ran on a populist campaign and that's what ultimately got him elected. However, since day one he's proven to be not that. His entire administration is filled with Goldman Sachs lackeys and his tax bill massively benefited the rich and corporations. If that's not enough, he's bombing at least 7 different countries and has killed many civilians while doing so. And finally, he's given one $1,200 payment to people because of Democratic pressure. And he's made it clear there won't be another one. It's just sad to see how many people are duped by the reality TV clown even now. I don't want kids. I'm a teacher and I'm sick and tired of people asking when I'm going to have kids and then getting upset with me when I say I'm really not interested. It does not mean I don't like children. Kind of the reason I'm in education. Chasing the little gremlins around is my favorite part of the day, but I also love going home to a quiet house and sending my students on their way. I have nothing against people who want to have massive family, but I still haven't told my parents that kids probably will never happen because I'm sick of the one day you'll change your mind lectures. If you drive drunk, you are the most selfish, uncaring, undisciplined piece of trash on this earth. I lost my childhood best friend when we were coming home from a friend's house. It was around 11 p.m. and the streets were pretty much barren in a suburb. I don't remember what happened, and I'm thankful for that, I suppose. I was told a drunk driver careened through a red light and slammed into the passenger side door at roughly 70 miles per hour. I had a few broken bones, but my friend died on impact. The driver was charged with vehicular manslaughter when it should have been murder, because that's what it was. This was 3 years ago. The fact that this piece of will be out of jail this year infuriates me. The fact that this scum gets to walk the earth while my best ducking friend couldn't even see graduation is abhorrent. So please, 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 if you plan on going out or just having some drinks at home, although now I guess you'd have to be at home, hide your keys from yourself, get an Uber or something. You're ducking up way more than just your life by driving drunk. Edit, not replying to many of these anymore, since people can't help but defend drunk drivers for some reason. No, I do not want to date a sex worker. I'm sure anyone who uses Twitter frequently has already seen the thread. There was a woman who did OnlyFans that said that men who wouldn't date sex workers were insecure. All over Twitter there is this sentiment that ridicules men that are not comfortable dating sex workers. I do not want to date a woman that is a sex worker, period. I'm not sexist for not wanting a woman that has an OnlyFans or does sex work. I'm sure many women would also agree that they would be uncomfortable dating a male sex worker as well. If I'm in a relationship, I do not want my partner to be intimate with someone else, and I don't think that's too much to ask for. I also do not feel comfortable with my partner displaying nude for everyone to see online. If that makes me sexist, evil or too demanding, then so be it. I felt kind of silly wearing my mask at the grocery store today because no one else was, until I'm currently living in a small rural area, and I guess news got around that things are starting to lift in other areas, because I didn't see anyone wearing masks at the grocery store today. When I was walking in, I still had mine on, and I definitely felt like the odd man out, but when I turned down an aisle, I saw a mom and her son, probably about 10 years old, wearing their masks. I could tell the kid felt uncomfortable wearing his, but when he saw me, I'm 27, have some tattoos, weird hair, etc., wearing mine, I think it made him feel better. Anytime I saw them around the store after that, he had some pep in his step and was striding around helping his mom get groceries. Not a big off my chest, but I almost felt like I was the weird one wearing the mask today, and it just made me feel better having a little solidarity with someone that was just as uncomfortable as I was. Edit. Thanks for all the kind words and awards. And I hope some of you don't feel too oppressed by people being safe around you. Do you like this type of video? If so, consider subscribing to Reddit community. We upload videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday.